3 years ago, this was me. I can't even believe I'm sharing these photos on the internet right now. I developed a chronic hive condition, and I went to different doctors, different allergists, did all the things. I would end up in the ER getting epinephrine shots, and they pretty much told me that it'll go away on its own. For some people, it never goes away, and to avoid ibuprofen and alcohol because those things made it worse. They also were like, take 3 times the recommended dose of day allergy medicine, and that should help you out. This is me with my Real Housewife lips. My husband was calling me a Real Housewife in the funniest way. During this, it did not upset me because my lips were so swollen and I looked like I had gotten too much lip filler. I did not want to accept that Western medicine answer. I'm kind of skeptical anyway of those things. But I went to, Dr. Google, and I was like, what the hell is happening here? And I had read that your body keeps a score. I'm a therapist. I know that I have trauma. And this popped up at a time in my life when I went no contact with my mom. And I was processing doing really heavy trauma work in therapy because I felt like I wasn't in the space to do the trauma work until I had got no contact with her. So I knew that this was connected, and I quickly realized that my body had been in fight or flight my entire life, probably. It feels like, I'm sure it's not my entire life, but most of it. And my body was definitely keeping the score here. And if I learned anything about myself in my almost 35 years on this earth, it is that I will ignore stress and pretend I'm not stressed because stress feels normal to me, chaotic childhood, until my body freaks out, whether it's migraines, TMJ, a hive condition. So I was like, Western medicine is not cutting it. This is not medical. This is nervous system related. So this is when I dove into healing my nervous system. I put supportive routines in place. I did a bunch of things. And I got rid of my hives for good. They went away and never came back. And I finished my heavy trauma work in therapy. And I thought I started doing it so that I felt better. But it really did change my life because I have never been more present and regulated as a human. And sometimes things happen to me and I'm like, old Lindsay would have been unraveled for days over this, and it didn't even faze me. It was also at this time that I was digging into responsive parenting, learning about my neurodivergence and my son's neurodivergence. And so I started Mindful as a Mother, the podcast, because I'm a therapist and I wanted to share what I was learning and what I wasn't taught in school with other people and my own experience in parenting. And then I had Paige on the podcast and we became instant besties, and the rest is history. Look how cute we are. Here we are. So we have a masterclass now called Calm Mom Happy Kids. It is in our resource library that goes over the basics of nervous system regulation and supporting your nervous system. So you don't have to have a hive condition like me. You can just want to be a more patient, present parent, because a lot of us are stuck in the level fight or flight because of the society that we live in. So go check that out if you're interested. If not, give us a follow. All the nervous system, responsive parenting your neurodivergent child, supporting yourself as a neurodivergent parent tips on this page.